I'm Christina. I'm one of the two assistant directors of the Money Management Center and am joined by.
I am Miriam. I'm one of the money management coaches here at the Money Management Center.
And I'm Renata Howell. I'm also a money management coach here as well.
Right, great. Thank you. Thank you. All right, make sure that you're checking out that poll that we've put up there to tell us what you think, how many credit hours you need in order to receive financial aid funding for a term. And remember, if you have any questions, don't use the raise the hand, option. You want to make sure that you type those into the Q&A box because, you're going to have a question that somebody else has and was too nervous to ask or didn't think to ask. So, all right, I'm going to end the poll now, and I'm going to tell you that 60% of you said that it takes 12 credit hours to get your financial aid or to be eligible for your financial aid. The other options were 7, 9, and 6. So let's get the ball rolling and do this presentation.
All right, let's get started. So, hello, students. Welcome back. We're getting prepared for the upcoming fall semester here in August. So, we can't wait to see you on campus. We're taking summer classes. We're glad to see you around. So, let's get started. Ready? Renata?
Okay, all for incoming students, make sure that you are registered for at least 6 credit hours. Make sure that you have completed the 25-26 FAFSA or TASFA. Check aid requirements because if you have any requirements, your aid will not pay out. And that payout date is 10 days before classes start. Make sure that you accept all 25-26 awards. Review your student resources. There are 3 questions that you need to answer. Those are in your financial aid portal in your MyLeo. And make sure that you submit a FERPA form that is for any parents or guardian that can call up here or speak on your behalf. That form does need to be completed before we can speak with them.
All right, so what did you notice already? Sorry, Miriam.
No,
sorry.
go ahead.
But those of you, the 14% of you that chose 6 credit hours in the poll, you were correct. You just need to be enrolled in 6 credit hours in order to be eligible to receive a financial aid disbursement.
Definitely. So let's continue with that for incoming students. If you're expecting a refund or you believe that you may have enough to cover your full tuition costs, meals, housing, set up your refund selection. You can set this up in your apps tab in your MyLeo, and it's a big money sign. Go in and set that up. You can also go ahead and add an authorized user. So if you want your parents to, if they're the ones paying for your college, or if you want your parents are questioning charges, you can definitely add them as an authorized user. You can access that in your MyLeo under student resources and then Leo Pay. This is what it looks like whenever you go in there and sign in. And right here at the very top, it says authorized user. That's where you would go add a parent, guardian, or whoever you want to have access to your student account. That will give them charges. It will tell them where to set up a payment plan. If you look up here, it says payment plans. That's where you would go in to set that up as well. You can review your charges, like I stated earlier. All tuition costs, fees should already be posted now for fall. So you can definitely go in and review them as long as you're registered for classes. And set up a payment plan if needed. So if you believe that you are still going to owe, you go into this payment plan option and set up either a tuition loan or a payment installment plan. The tuition loan just defers your payment out and giving you an extension to avoid being dropped for those classes. And the installment, it breaks down your current balance into 4 installments to be paid by the end of the semester that you're attending. So which would be December for the fall.
And this is for the returning students. Make sure that you're enrolled in at least 6 credit hours. Check for any holes if you're not registered that may be keeping you from registering. meet SAP. If you're taking summer classes, make sure that you did meet SAP. If you know you didn't do so well, go ahead and submit that appeal. It is open. And in order to keep your classes from being dropped, if you need to do an appeal, make sure that you get in that tuition loan so that you don't be dropped from your classes.
Those appeals do tend to take a couple of weeks to get processed. I think the longest it's been has been about 6 weeks because it does get reviewed. They review your full appeal form, all that good stuff, and make sure that if it does get approved, then you would get your financial aid reinstated. If your appeal were to get denied, keep in mind any outstanding balance you would be responsible for. SAP does mean satisfactory academic progress, so you do have to keep a 2.0 GPA at the end of each semester, as well as completing 67% completion rate of the classes taken that semester or overall if you're a returning student.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and launch this other poll. We've got another question up here about account charges. You can see it. Answer the question. Tell us, what department manages your actual account charges? Ooh, look at those numbers going up. Look at the student involvement. I love it. Love it. It's great. Keep going. And while you're doing that, real quick, I'm just going to say, when you've accepted your financial aid under the offer tab in your financial aid portal, always make sure you go back to the home tab, because oftentimes those things that you accept will have requirements and they will show up on the home tab. You don't want to miss out, because if you miss out completing the requirements, then you may miss out on getting your financial aid in a timely manner. Okay, so offer tab, accept, decline, modify, submit, agree to your terms and conditions, and then always go back to the home tab. Now, currently, you do not have the option to accept most of your aid. We were waiting on the federal government to make those decisions about the big, beautiful bill. The decision has been made, and those should be available to be accepted, declined, or modified in the next week or so. Okay, so just keep an eye on that. All right, I'm going to end this poll, and I'm going to tell you, what does it look like? Can everybody see the results? It said share results. Anyway, here's what we got. What department manages your actual account charges? Well, 58% of you said student accounts and financial services, which are one and the same. Okay. Miriam, Renata, who's doing the next slide?
Me.
Great. Tell them what the answer is.
Your answer is student accounts and financial services. So here's some important information. I'm going to give you a little breakdown of what each of us do as far as student accounts, money management, and our financial aid office. That way you do get a little bit of insight on that too. Some important information to keep in mind. Payment due is Friday before classes start. I think Renata did mention that earlier. So classes start August 25th. So usually that 10 days before that. Aid does disperse 10 days before classes. Sorry. Let me rewind that. Sorry, guys. Payment is due Friday before classes start. So the 25th, it'd be the 22nd. So aid disperses 10 days before classes if no requirements. So keep that in mind. So if you have any outstanding requirements, like Christina did say, your aid will not be dispersed, like loans, if you still have outstanding terms and conditions, if you have any paperwork that you need to turn in. I know we've had a lot of identity statements. So make sure you have checked that homepage for any requirements that you may have, because those will keep your aid from being dispersed into your student account. So student accounts, if you're needing to make a payment on your account at all, they are the ones you would contact. We can provide you with their email address. It's student.accounts@etamu. And they're the ones that would take your payment, or if you're wanting an itemized statement, your 1098-T form, even though you can access that in your MyLeo account, but sometimes there is some holdup, you can definitely contact the student accounts office for that. Financial aid office, they do the processing and the awarding. So if you have not received a financial aid award offer, They would be the ones to contact to see what's going on. You can also contact us. We can see if we've received your FAFSA based off in your MyLeo. But that's the basics that we can do on seeing your FAFSA if received. We can also, they're also the ones that process your aid. So say all requirements are complete, but your aid did not pay out, definitely contact them. It might be a further issue that's holding up your aid from being paid out, as long as you are in 6 credit hours. Because if you're on anything less than that, then it may not be applied to your account. So keep that in mind always. And then here at the Money Management Center, we can help you by guiding you through your financial aid award if you don't understand it. Any requirements that you don't know where to locate, we can also assist you with that. We can help by breaking down your student account charges, any charges that you may not understand. We're here to guide you through that as well as savings, credit, budgeting. We can do all the basics on that too. So that way you can keep in mind. And I know Christina did put our emails address for financial aid, the Money Management Center, and student accounts in that chat. So definitely, if you need those, definitely get those to take. And I think she also put our Q-List appointment link for, I think, financial aid office and us. Okay.
Our next slide is important dates. You might want to take a picture of this or however you need to, or write these down. Payment due date is August the 22nd. First class day is August 25th. Purchase a parking permit by August 31st. Drop for non-payment is September the 15th.
And for more questions or information, schedule an appointment with the Money Management Center. There's our QR code as well as our email address for you guys to go ahead and schedule an appointment, or send us an email if you just have a general question. And definitely, if you have questions currently, put them in the chat. We can definitely answer them for you.
No, put them in the Q&A, not the chat.
Oh, Q&A.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah. So I did put the link to schedule an appointment because I thought maybe if students are on their phones, having the QR code wouldn't work out really well. So I wanted to make sure that everybody had at least the link as well as the QR code to schedule an appointment with our office. And like I said, we could do a phone appointment, virtual appointment, but we would love to see you in person when you join us on campus, if you will be one of those students that will be on campus in any way, shape, or form. Some of you are commuters, some of you will live here on campus, and some of you will be completely online. But either way, we can manage an appointment with you. So we do have a couple of questions. The first two are about the FERPA form. Where did they go to complete it, and how did they submit it?
You can complete the FERPA form. It is in our website. If you go to etamu.edu, and in the search bar, there's going to be the little man and then a little magnifying glass. Type in FERPA, and it should be your first option. And it's going to be a digital form that you would complete.
I do think you have that on the checklist. And if students can see that new student checklist that was created, the QR code is on that checklist. The checklist was dropped into the chat. So it'd be great to know if you all can see that, if you could just put it in the Q&A, that you can see the chat with the new student checklist in there, and the link to the QR code for booking an appointment with us or for the FERPA form is on there. Okay, so the next question is, will there ever be a Spanish Zoom for Spanish-speaking parents?
I have no idea. It's something we could definitely work on if you would like, if any students are wanting that, we could definitely work on something like that.
I think that would be great. I love it. I love that it was recommended already. So let's put that in our back pocket and see how we can make that happen. Love it. Next question. How can I make a payment plan while paying my tuition fee?
So let me go back to that slide. That way I can show you how we go back into that. So give me 1 second. Let me go back. Can y'all see that? No, probably not. Hold on.
Nice.
Can y'all see it now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so whenever you log on to your MyLeo and you go into your student resources, and at the bottom, there's a option that says Leo Pay. You'll click on that, and it's going to bring you to something that looks like this. I don't know if y'all can see my arrow. So when you go on here, you would go where it says payment plan, and there's going to be one that says installment plan, Texas resident, and it's going to break your outstanding balance into 4 installments. So if you owe $4,000, each installment of that would be $1,000, and they'll give you the due dates on that installment once it's made. I hope that helps a little bit. And then
Well,
you
and
can
you know
also
what?
make a
Oh,
you can
go
also
ahead.
make a payment on make a payment option here, or as soon as you log on, this is what it's going to look like, and you would do make payment.
Well, and while you're on that page, isn't there something there? Oh no, about the parking permit. Student asks about where you can purchase your parking permit.
I believe it's also in this option. I just maybe my profile.
Well,
I think let me log into my Leo. That way
Yes,
I
but
can
that
see
would be
exactly
great.
what it
Yep.
looks like.
Okay. And we will get to, I can't remember if it's in the apps tab or if it's actually in there.
So this is what it looks like when you log into your My Leo. You'll do student resources. If you're on your phone, it's going to be 3 lines over here by the line head. So student resources, let's go to, sorry, I went too far down. Leo Pay right here. Check your balance and make payments. I'm sorry, it's a little slow. Let's see. I think it's my account. No, it's my profile. I guess it's not in here anymore.
you can also look in your apps. It says
Apps. Okay,
parking permit.
let's go into apps. So same place, apps up top,
The parking permit.
right here
There's
with a big P.
Perfect. All right. Now, the parking permits for the upcoming academic year will not be available until the 1st of August. So you know where to go on the 1st of August, okay, to buy that parking permit. And would you like to tell the students how much the parking permit is for this upcoming year?
For
it's
students, it's going
$120.
to, yep.
Yep. $120 for students. Correct. Correct. Okay, so the next student asks about the payment plan schedules.
We don't have that quite yet. It will be posted as soon as you enroll in a payment plan. It'll give you those dates automatically. But it's normally August, September, October, November, and I think there's a double payment either in August or in December. So keep that in mind.
And it might not be such a bad idea to wait until after. If you're
Definitely.
utilizing financial aid, wait until that financial aid disperses
Yeah.
on the 15th, the evening of the 15th, and then set up your payment plan. Just don't forget to do it, okay? Because if you still have a remaining balance by the 22nd, you'll automatically get a late fee if you're not enrolled in a payment plan, but you can wait. That gives you an idea. Now, if you go ahead and preemptively set up a payment plan before your financial aid disperses, it will adjust like the installment plans, the amount will adjust after your aid disperses to your account. So you don't have to worry about that, okay? That's the beauty of electronics. We don't have to make those manual adjustments anymore. All right, so excellent questions. We've got a couple more. Will your athletic scholarship be part of offers in financial aid?
I believe
Yes,
so. It will be automatically put on there because it's budgeted into your cost of attendance for the semester.
yes, yes. So you will eventually be able to see it. You may not be able to see it right now if your financial aid is offered, but you will eventually be able to see it. Yep, yep. And I will tell you that there is a financial aid advisor for athletics
Mhm.
specifically. If you have not met her, I am going to put her email address in the chat so that you can send her an email and ask her all those questions about scholarships, because when it comes to athletic scholarships and financial aid, things can work out a little bit different than a traditional student without that type of scholarship. Okay, so good questions. Next one. When I try to set up a payment plan online, it says there are not any set up at this time. How do I set one up?
You may not have charges on your account. So if your balance is completely zero, it's not going to allow you to set a payment plan because there's nothing to set a payment plan for. So please make sure that you've registered for classes. And then once you've registered, give it a couple of business days, and then those charges will post up in your LeoPay.
Excellent. Okay, thank you. That was helpful, someone says. That's what we're here for, right? All right, and the hits keep coming. They keep asking questions, so this is great. Just to make sure, you said within the next week is when the Blue and Gold, et cetera, scholarships will apply to our tuition.
Not the scholarships. Usually if the Blue and Gold scholarship is based off of enrollment, because it does it does require 15 credit hours each semester. So those will technically, most of the time they're applied after Census Day, after they verify enrollment. A lot of the times you will see it applied the 10 days before classes start. Just keep in mind not to drop or modify any classes, because you could potentially lose that scholarship. But the other financial aid will apply 10 days before classes start.
Right. Yeah. And always make sure that when you're accepting your financial aid, be it a scholarship, a grant, a loan, that you read the terms and conditions. We are all sort of with our phones and our computers, we are all just, we accept things without really reading them. This is a big deal, right? Because especially with the Blue and Gold and the Presidential Scholarship, you have to be enrolled in 15 credit hours a semester if you want to maintain those scholarships. And your academic advisor doesn't necessarily know that you have a scholarship. So you need to know to tell them, I need 15 credit hours so I can maintain my scholarship. Okay, so read those terms and conditions. It's real important. And we're here if you don't understand anything. Okay. But no financial aid will disperse to your student account until 10 days prior to the start of classes. Okay. So next student says it's not giving the option to set up a payment plan. When you click on it, just give it some time. Give it some time. As Miriam said, it may be because there are no charges there. It may just be because they haven't opened up the option in student accounts, because remember, that's all run by student accounts. Maybe they haven't opened up the option until August 1st. So just keep checking back, okay? We are excited that you are this excited that you're ready to set up your payment plan. Okay, how do we enroll in a payment plan? That's really been discussed. And where can I find the financial aid?
Your financial aid is going to be in your MyLeo portion. If you go under student resources and scroll down to the financial aid option, your financial aid package is in there. So you should be able to see if you received Pell or any loan offers, as well as any scholarships, if they've already been posted to your account.
Right, great. And how about, does the parking payment, I'm thinking that this individual is asking, do you have to buy a parking permit each semester?
No. Once you buy your parking permit, it's for the year of attendance. So if you buy it in end of August, which beginnings of September, that includes all the way from September until May 31st, I believe. Oh no, until
Actually,
the next
till
school
the end
year.
of August.
August 31st. Yeah.
Yep.
August 31st.
Yep. Okay, so let's see. What are the fees being charged into my account? So what kind of fees can a student expect on their account?
You can see an athletic fee, typically. You can see your rec center fees. Let me see what else typically is on there. Let me pull up the account right quick. See what
Renata is just going to break down all the fees for you.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, no, you go with it. You go with it. Go with it.
there's different types of fees. Give me just a second.
Okay, well, you're doing that. I was going to say like general tuition and fees, right? Fees, which is what Renata's looking up.
Mhm.
If you're living on campus, your housing and meal plan. There's a one-time enrollment fee of $60 at first semester. There's an orientation fee of $100 one time. A fee that you might see in the future when you're ready to graduate is a graduation fee. But those are the general things that you're going to see on your account. Now, Renata's going to break down those fees for you because, as she said, there's a rec center fee,
Mhm.
there's an athletic fee.
And
There's a
then you
park.
also have
Yeah.
a USF fee, 1 year rate fee on your account as well. Distant, if you're in any online classes, you'll have a distance learning fee. Let's see what else we have. Student service fee. I'm not sure if you mentioned that already, Christine. They have a student service fee. And let me see. I think that's about it for as fees.
If you're in a lab, you may have a lab fee too.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Good answers. Good answers. Okay. So if I don't have the money to pay the day before classes start, what will happen?
So you do have until September 15th to take care of the balance. If you don't pay but Friday before the classes start, you'll get a $25 late payment fee. And then you have until the 15th to pay the balance or allow financial aid, or if you have an appeal or whatever your situation may be, to be resolved. If payment is not made by the 15th of September, you will be dropped from your classes for not paying. And if you were to get dropped for non-payment, the day after, I think you get about 5 days to be reinstated, about there to get reinstated. If you do get reinstated, it's a $200 reinstatement fee, as well as professor approval. And there's a form you have to complete, as well as full payment for the cost of tuition and fees for that semester. So keep in mind that these are items that you will have to take into consideration if a payment arrangement is not made by September 15th.
And payment arrangement, she's meaning like as long as you have a payment plan, even
Mhm,
if you can't pay the full balance at
mhm,
that time, then you won't be dropped for non-payment.
definitely.
You just need to make sure that, you have something in place.
Mhm, by
Yeah.
September 15th.
Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. When would be a good time to order books for my classes?
Well, it just depends on once you have registered for classes and you know when your books is what books that you need. I would suggest to make sure to go ahead and do that as soon as possible so that you can be guaranteed to get the book that you need for that class. So if classes start on the 25th, I would say at least by the 15th, if that's in there for you to see what books you need, um, get it the sooner the better.
And that information would be in D2L, right, Renata? Like students would
Yes,
look in their D2L account, which is
to
separate
see.
from your MyLeo.
Leo.
Right, that's going to show you your professor should be uploading a syllabus at some point in time close to the start of school so that you can see books or platforms that you may need to pay for to get access to do homework and all of that stuff. So, yes, just start with learning how to log into D2L and find those syllabus that your professors are going to provide for you so you know exactly what to purchase. And don't hesitate to reach out to your professor and ask them questions about where to go and what to do and what to buy. And oh, trust me. Okay, I'm old school. We used to have a store that we could go buy used books, but you can buy used books now online and you can rent books online too.
Mhm.
So don't feel like you absolutely have to go buy a brand new copy of a book. There are ways around things, okay, if you're trying to, save some money. Okay, for the FERPA form, I don't have an actual ID card yet. I only have a temporary ID on paper until they send me my ID card. Will it still take it? No. No, you need an ID card with your picture on it. Okay. So it's really important to have one of those. Now, listen, FERPA form is not an emergency kind of thing. Okay. It's not going to keep you from getting your financial aid. It's not going to keep you from setting up a payment plan. Remember, the FERPA form, as Miriam and Renata mentioned, is really just giving your family, your parent, family, guardian, access to your financial aid, to your grades if you want that. But it's just giving them access. But that is not going to hold up all of the business side of things. Okay, so you've got time. All right, you've got time. Okay, let's see. So the Blue and Gold Scholarship will be refunded money since it'll be credited after classes has started. Is this correct?
Not necessarily.
Right. Right. Not necessarily. It just depends on your balance, your account balance.
If you still owe tuition, then it's going to be applied to your tuition. If you owe housing and meals, then it's going to be applied to your housing and meals if your tuition is paid for. So it all just depends on if you have an outstanding balance or not.
Correct. Okay, let's see, what else do we have? We've got a lot of questions. What are the fees I'm seeing on my account? Is it for the whole year or just the semester?
As of right now, it should be just for the semester. It's the fall semester charges.
Will outside scholarships show up on our financial aid portal?
Yes, they'll show up on your, once we receive them and they've been processed, yes, they will show up on your financial aid portal.
Yep. Excellent. Can you repeat where to find my financial aid again? I lost service right when you started speaking. Where do I find my financial aid?
Your financial aid is in your MyLeo. Go under student resources and scroll down to the bottom where you'll see financial aid. And then you'll just click on that and your award offer should be in there. Make sure that you're on the 25-26 year for fall.
Yes. Yes, yes. Yeah, because every year it's going to add. Like every year that you're here, you're going to see 25, 26, and then the next year 26, 27, 27, 28. And we get lots of questions at the beginning of every year. I can't see my financial aid. Well, are you in the correct award year? Oh, right. So just always make sure you're in the correct award year in the top right-hand corner. If I got scholarships from extracurriculars, art, choir, band, athletics, where would I find those? Well, my question would be, are they from outside the university or are they from inside the university? Is my
If they're
question
from
about that.
If
Go
they
ahead.
are from inside from the university, then yes, you will see those in your MyLeo. If they are outside scholarships that are being sent to the scholarship office, those do take time for processing, and then they will be applied to your student account charges into your student account. Um, they will be reflect in your MyLeo under the financial aid portal as outside scholarships. So you can, I believe, if you're able to see those with the amount on them.
Mhm. Yep, sure can. Now, I will say if they are from in the university, the Office of Scholarships has to wait until that department provides the information to them before they can put those funds on your account. Okay, so sometimes there's a delay in from that department getting the information to the scholarship office. Okay, so sometimes it's just a matter of asking the questions.
Mhm.
How do I get my Lion card?
There is an online service where you could do it through online if you do it through your My. Is there an app in MyLeo? Let me
Let me
look.
see.
I feel like there's something you can do online. See, some of these questions we don't know the answers to, but look at this team here. They are finding the answers for you. This is why we're a great resource because even if we don't know the answers, we're finding them for you. We want to make
Yes,
sure you have them
they have one that says Line Card Account Management. It's in the apps.
in my Leah. Great.
Yes.
So
Awesome.
you can set up through there. And I think if you're on campus, you can go to the line card office at the Holiday Building too, just below in front of the library.
Exactly. We can pay for all the fees in one go, right?
Yeah, if you're able to pay
Yeah.
for it, definitely. Yeah.
It's really
Unless you,
attached to your tuition,
yeah,
right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's all kind of
all
one
together.
thing. Yeah. Okay, apologies if this will be covered later, but how do I obtain my Lion card? We just answered that question. And does this card also count as our student ID, or is that a separate thing?
It would be your student ID, yeah,
Student
for
ID.
campus.
And get to know that CWID, that number on there, because everybody's going to ask you for it. Everybody. How do I set up my Leo card in e-accounts? Oh, that's like if you wanted to use mobile
Mm-hmm.
e-accounts. And I will tell you, the Lion Card office knows the answers to all those questions.
Yes.
Does the Lion Card office have an email? I'm sure they do.
Let's pull
Let's
it
see
up.
if we can, yeah, let's see if we can find that. They know all the tricks over there.
And it's
Okay,
also on
well,
the website with the instructions because that's how I set mine up. But I don't remember exactly what they are. So their email is lioncard@tamuc.edu or ETAMU. I'll include that in our chat that we all can access that a little bit quicker.
all right. If we applied for scholarships through the school, will those show up in the portal to accept?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, and you will get an email. So if you're talking about like donor funded scholarships because you applied before the 1st of June, you will get an email that says you've been offered that. Those have a deadline date. So you want to make sure that you are in your MyLeo on a regular basis, MyLeo, your Leo mail on a regular basis. Okay. So also, will these scholarships show under the fall 24, spring 25 year? Not for donor funded. That's 25-26 academic year. That is the only year that shows up in my financial aid. Okay, that to me means that you don't have any financial aid offers at this time. So maybe this is an appointment waiting to happen with a money coach.
Unless you're in summer classes too. If you're currently
Yeah.
a returning student and you're in summer classes, they do wait till the end of the semester does end until they run SAP and they combine them. So if you were in summer one and didn't take classes in summer two, they'll run SAP at the end of summer two. And then once, if you've met SAP, then they'll award you for the fall semester.
Perfect. Thank you. What do I need for orientation? I take it somebody's coming to orientation. Yes? What do you need?
You should receive a checklist for orientation, but from the orientation office if you've already registered. So definitely check your Leo mail, as well as your personal email for that checklist.
Excellent answer. And do I need to have my physical Leo card or is it fine digital?
I think digital's
Digital.
fine.
Do
Yeah,
digital's fine.
yeah.
Yep. Yep. That absolutely works. Is orientation required? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes. And there are so many options. You have virtual options, so many days of virtual that were offered. There are in-person options, but yes, it is required for all new students. And will the donor-funded scholarship show up in financial aid once accepted? Yes, they will.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Amazingly enough, we've made it through all of our questions. You all have been amazing. Amazing. Oh, somebody just asked another question. Now, I'm going to leave this up to the two of you because I don't know the answer.
I
Are
don't
the
know the answer
dorms
either.
carpeted or do they have wood floors?
I think it might depend too on the dorm that you've selected. I don't really know. The ones back from 10 years ago, they have carpet. I don't know.
Well, hopefully
So,
they've been updated since then.
yeah,
Oh
so
yeah.
well, longer than 10 years. I think it's 12
Yeah,
years, but I was trying to make
right,
myself feel better.
right. Somebody said it won't allow me to sign up for orientation. What do I do? There is an email for orientation. If you all can find the email for the orientation team and put it in the chat, that would be appreciated. So that way this individual can get some assistance. And the person says Whitley dorms. I don't know. Honestly, I have not seen the rooms in Whitley. So I don't know the answer to that question. Although Whitley is a really good choice. Just make sure that when you're crossing the street, you've got your head up and you're not looking at your phone.
Yes.
Oh, I've already emailed them and no one's responded to ResLife. That's all right. Give them some time. They got a lot going on, right? For those students that weren't registered, by yesterday, the 15th, they were getting rid of their housing contracts if they hadn't already been registered, and for classes for fall semester, and offering up rooms to students that are registered that were on a wait list. So give them some time, but go ahead and type out what's that email.
I'm looking for it and I don't see
I got
it
it.
in here. Oh, there it is.
I got it.
Okay,
Look at how good they are.
there you go.
Amazing.
If you do attend
Yes,
orientation Friday and you're in person, stop by our table at the showcase. We'll be there from 4 to 5.
that's right. And if you do attend virtual orientation, do you still get a fee?
Yes,
Yes.
it's still
100%.
$100.
Yes. Okay. Now, so how do we add a class? If you're talking about fall semester already, that's something that you want to talk about with the advising team, right? With your academic advisor. How do you do that? Okay. Any questions about dropping and adding, any questions about adding classes, any questions about any of that stuff when it comes to classes, that's really academic advising. Okay. If you don't know who your academic advisor is, we can tell you who that is. But otherwise, again, these are good questions for you to come and see us on the second floor of the library, because amazingly, academic advising is up here with us as well. So you can see them too. All right, and I'm going to take this last question. Can I wait to get my Leo card when I arrive on campus, or do I need it before? You can wait. You can wait, because most likely you're moving in a little bit before classes start, but you can wait. It's not like you're going to get a ticket for not having your Lion card. So, all right, great questions, everybody. You know where we are. You know who we are. This is not all of us, of course, but come and see us. Come and see us. Schedule an appointment. You've got that checklist that was in the chat. If you didn't get that, now's the time. You've got all these emails, a way to schedule an appointment with us. We want to see you. We want to help you be successful. We were so happy that you were on here today. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.